Ladies, I'm glad to see that you've all been able to come today. As you know, we're all here for a domestic violence support group. As each of you came in, you picked up a confidentiality agreement, which you should have with you. We're going to take a couple minutes and go over that and explain a little bit about the purpose of this group. Before we get started into going over the terms and conditions of everything, I'm going to go ahead and say that everything that happens in this group is completely 100% confidential, so everything that is said here cannot leave this group. The only time that I am able to break confidentiality is if you threaten harm to yourself or to anyone else. Does everyone understand? Okay. So we're going to go ahead and go over the terms of the group. When we're through, you guys can sign those confidentiality agreements and go ahead and pass them back up. So first of all, our biggest goal is to start and end meetings on time. I'm sure you each have a system that you've worked out to be here, so I'll do my best to keep us on track. Everything that is discussed during the group is confidential, like I already said, so please, anything that is said here, don't take it outside of this room. Show respect for your other group members. Only one person should speak at a time. Don't interrupt each other. Disagreeing with each other is okay. Just remember that everyone is entitled to their own opinion, so we need to be respectful of that. Also, the use and consumption of alcohol and tobacco during these meetings is also prohibited, so if you feel that that's going to be a problem, we can address it after this group is over and we continue on throughout the night. So today we're just going to start off, we're going to go around, we're going to introduce ourselves, explain a little bit about why you're here, why you've decided to join us. The purpose of this group really is just support, so when we're going through this, just remember that no one here is judging you. We're all here for the same reason, we've all been through it, we all understand, so just, this is a place to vent, to let yourself just be comfortable and just relax. So I'm Jessie, I'll start with myself. I'm going to be your group leader for the next couple weeks. If you have any questions, concerns about anything, please feel free to come to me. And then if there's any concerns throughout the night, please feel free to address it as long as it is appropriate to be done so in the group setting. Would you like to start?
Yes, hi, I'm Faith. I'm from this area. I'm 24 years old.
Faith, tell us a little bit about why you've decided to join us today.
Well, I'm here because my boyfriend, well, he's now my fiance, he's abusive, but he's only just gotten abusive since he lost his job. I need to know how to go about that.
Okay. Is there anything in particular you're looking for out of this group?
I need to know if I need to either leave him or is counseling going to be effective for us.
Okay. Well, thank you for sharing.
Hi, my name's Stacy. I'm 42 years old. My husband, he works and he's a lawyer, so he's not home very much. I'm home by myself a lot. The kids are involved in a lot of activities with their school. They also go to boarding school, so I'm by myself, so no one really knows that I'm here right now. I don't work. I don't have any means of, I don't know really if I should leave him or should stay. He's not, I wouldn't say he's abusive, and it just happens every once in a while. He gets angry, I do something wrong, and then he just has some rage problems.
Can you elaborate a little bit more on things that you think may make him angry? He makes the money, I don't make any money. So if I spend too much of his money, then he gets upset. Even if it's on groceries, he tries to limit how much I make, how much I do. If I show the interest in like going back to school or getting another job, then he gets upset. Or he can get upset if I don't have dinner on the table on time, just a lot of little things that I know better. Okay. Can you tell us what you're hoping to get out of the group by joining us?
I kind of was a little bit worried about coming today because it's probably not a problem. It's probably normal, the things that he does. But just to be around other people that might understand, figure out if this is normal or if it's not normal, what I should do, if I should stay, or...
Okay. Well, thank you for sharing.
Hi, I'm Shelby. I've been married for 3 years, and recently my husband has become verbally and physically abusive, and I'm not really sure why. And I was encouraged to come here by my mother-in-law, so. it's just really uncomfortable for me, I'm sorry.
That's okay, take your time, there's no rush to share things. Do you feel that you should be here? You said a little bit about your mother-in-law, kinda thought you should come.
I think she blames herself for the way that he acts, and his parents recently got a divorce, so I'm not sure. Yeah, his family. But anyways, I'm here for her.
Well, I'm glad you decided to join us, even if it is just to listen and observe for a little while, that's okay. Is there any certain goal you'd like to set for yourself that you'd like to try and achieve through coming?
Be able to talk to my husband better.
Okay, that's a good goal to set for right now. Thank you for sharing. So as a group, I'd like us to try and, I want us to try and establish what you guys think would be the best way for you all to share with each other feeling comfortable. You're all very different people, you're coming from very different backgrounds. It's hard to come in and share these types of things, especially with people you don't know. So does anybody have any ideas to make you feel a little bit more comfortable, how you'd like to discuss things, a good system to set up amongst ourselves as a group?
I would just say, just be open to opinion. So say if I want to comment on somebody else's situation, I'm just trying to understand the situation, but I want them to take the feedback because I want feedback as well. So I would just say be open, don't get defensive about anything.
Good, thank you. Anybody else?
I agree with Faith.
So can you tell me a little bit more about your husband? You said he doesn't know you're here.
No.
Okay, so from week to week, how do you plan on continuing that?
He's working a lot, he doesn't even notice. As
Okay.
long as I get the things done that he wants me to get done for him, as long as I'm home before dinner, he won't notice I'm gone.
If there's ever a conflict or anything, please either let me know beforehand. If you need to leave at a certain time, we can definitely work around that as needed too.
Okay.
My husband doesn't know that I'm here either.
Okay.
We're doing renovations at work, and I told him that I'm meeting with the construction guy every week to make sure that renovations are going well, so I hope that he doesn't check up on that.
Okay. Do you think that that's something he would check in on you regularly for? Do you think you'll be okay to consistently come at this time?
Yeah, like I said, I mean, he hasn't been abusive until recently, so he wouldn't have a reason to distrust me.
Okay. Good. Do you have any?
Well, he doesn't know I'm here, but technically I'm still at work because it takes me about 30 minutes to wrap up work and then I'll go pick up our child, so he just thinks I'm running errands.
You have one child? Do any other members have children?
I have 2 kids.
No children.
As we're going through, I may be writing some things down just to let everyone know it's nothing personal. It's just to help me remember faces with names and everything like that for this first meeting. You guys have done a good job so far today. I'm glad that everyone's been open with sharing everything, being comfortable with each other. Is there anything else, it doesn't have to be specific as to why we're here, that you would like to share just right now while we're still getting to know each other, anything like that?
Well, you ladies both mentioned that your husbands are abusive. What does that mean for you guys? Because I'm not sure right now if my husband, if this is normal or if I should consider him abusive. But what are you guys experiencing?
Well, for my situation personally, it's because it's different from yours because you don't work. And I work because he lost his job. So after he lost his job, he had a lot of rage. And so we would argue about stuff. And I would tell him, no, you can't just be spending money if I'm the only one working. And we would just get into arguments and he would just hit me and that would be it. He would walk away.
So is hitting really bad? Is that not normal?
In my family, hitting a female is just not acceptable, especially someone that you have children with that you want to marry. So.
I'm very new to this. I've never experienced violence before, and I've never seen violence before. It's like culture shock to me. He just became verbally abusive, just calling me derogatory names, and he's hit me a few times when we became argumentative over just some of the slightest things. TV, groceries, just normal. We don't see each other that often. We both are workaholics, and you would think that it wouldn't be like that when we do see each other. It didn't used to be, so that's what I said. Like, I want to be able to speak to my husband the way that we used to. That's why I'm here.
Do you think your husband would be open to any type of joint support groups where you guys could sit and talk together in an environment where it's not just you two?
He doesn't know I'm here, and I have no idea how he would react if he found out.
Okay, what about family? I know you said your mother-in-law feels like it's her fault. Would he be potentially open to the idea, even suggesting maybe sitting down with family?
His father and my husband don't look to services as something that they need, so I'm not sure.
Okay. That's all right, and it may be something that maybe baby steps into will help. Maybe the more you're here, you can pick up on some things that you can take back home and just try on your own and see how that goes. And hopefully we'll get some progression into that. Did these help?
It helps me think about how this isn't normal. For me, it's been normal. I mean, my husband was extremely passionate when we first got married, and everything was really doing well. We met in college, and he asked me to quit school because he wanted to be the provider, and so I've never worked. I don't know what I could do anymore. Being that I'm 42, I don't feel like I could live without him. And after just a couple years of being married for the past 20 years, he's been hitting me or yelling at me, and I just started to think it was normal. I didn't think it would be abusive. I've never had to go to the doctor or anything, but so it does make me feel better to know that I'm not by myself anymore, because normally I feel by myself.
These issues that you've addressed that you have a concern about now, have you ever addressed them with anyone within your family or even your husband before coming here? Okay.
No one really knows. My mom has questioned me about certain things, but I haven't told anyone before.
Do you have an open connection with your mom where she would notice these things, or is it
Everyone loves my husband.
Okay.
So if I was to say anything, it would definitely get back to him.
Okay.
And I don't want him to be upset that I'm here.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you shared that with us. It helps everyone to know what everyone else is going through too, so we know what specifically we can discuss and what's acceptable and comfortable for everyone. You ladies have done a really good job today. I'm glad we've shared what we have. I don't want us to get too into everything today. Like I said, we'll meet for the next couple weeks. The more we meet, the more we can open up about what's going on, how we feel, where we'd like to go. Like I said, everyone's different. Everyone's got a different goal out of coming. Our biggest thing is to make sure that you guys are safe and hopefully getting to a place where you can either address these issues with your significant other, or we can take different steps in another direction. But I'm really glad you guys have shared as much as you have, and hopefully next week when we come back we can take things a little further, and I hope that everyone does come back and join us again next week.